If you'd like to attend, you can find a link to the RSVP page on our website, wearegreenbay.com.
Making headlines in the Fox cities tonight, we all remember this one. 130 cars and trucks smashing into each other. Worst crash in Wisconsin history back in February on I-41 in Neenah.
Well, now the first responders who rushed to the scene to rescue people trapped in their cars that day are being recognized for their valiant efforts by the Gold Cross Ambulance Service.
And Alexandra Burnley has that story tonight from Neenah.
Law enforcement officers, firefighters, paramedics, EMTs, and tow truck drivers all descended upon the massive pileup to rescue people from their cars and trucks.
When I arrived on scene, I was told it was a much smaller crash than it was, and when I got there, I realized it was a much larger incident. It was very chaotic. There were a lot of people running around, screaming, bleeding. Here people were trapped, so very chaotic.
The Gold Cross Ambulance Service played a video montage of body camera footage from that day, showing first responders climbing over medians and vehicles as the wind is howling to rescue those trapped in their cars.
The elements were very tough with the winds and the cold temperatures. Anytime you breathed, the moisture from your breath was freezing onto your face.
In one moment, I could see the officer standing next to me, and the next second I couldn't because the winds were blowing that strong. It was very cold. It didn't matter how many layers you had on, the wind was still cutting through you.
All of these first responders worked together to free people from their crumpled up cars and get them to a warm shelter, while tow truck drivers got to work on hauling away more than 100 vehicles.
Okay, hold on. I'm coming, hold on.
While it was a physically challenging day, it was also emotionally exhausting.
Very taxing emotionally. You know, once everything is done, a lot of times as law enforcement, that's kind of when we sit down and we kind of process what we just went through and what we dealt with.
But in this short reunion for these heroes, they could feel the impact that they made that day.
We worked together as a great team that day. I'm very proud to say that I work in this community with such wonderful firefighters and paramedics and police officers. And I know after that incident we can handle anything.
In Neenah, Alexandra Burnley, Local 5 News.
And we're so proud of you. The Gold Cross Ambulance Service gave out medals for all of those first responders to take home.